How's it going? Paul Corral here, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what I consider my secret sauce right now, which is a three-step process for putting together advertising that positions you as the premium provider in your market, creates verifiable returns on your ad spend, and attracts only the best and highest paying customers and clients. It's a little process I like to call the Synergy Marketing Matrix. So let's jump right in. Now, in a minute, we're going to go over to the whiteboard. I'm going to diagram this thing out for you. But first, let me talk to you about the frustrations that I've dealt with that you're likely dealing with right now when it comes to your online advertising. And there's two big ones that I hear all the time that I went through myself, and that is trying a bunch of stuff and spending a bunch of money on things that simply do not work. Okay? They don't create steady streams of leads, clients, revenue. And a lot of business owners have wasted time trying to hire agencies and social media managers and things like that try to wow them with vanity metrics, anything to distract them from the fact that they're not making them any money. It's ridiculous. Been there. It's frustrating. I get it. We're going to get past that in this video. The other common frustration that I've dealt with in the past, and I'm sure you have before, is if you figure out some kind of process to get you steady streams of new leads, more often than not all those leads are of the highest quality. A lot of times you end up spending an inordinate amount of time filtering out freebie chasers and tire kickers. And that's not what you got into business for, I am sure. So now, when I use this Synergy Marketing Matrix framework to create advertising campaigns, I'm noticing some key changes. And those key changes are these. People know who I am before I speak to them. They understand what I do, and they value what I can bring to them and their business. The other thing is that I'm not spending a ridiculous amount of time talking to people who just aren't a good fit, right? They're not ready for me. Which, that alone is enough to me to be thrilled with this approach to advertising. But on top of that, I don't really have sales conversations anymore. Usually, I'm asking probing questions. We're laying out step-by-step plans. We're sharing openly and honestly. And we're kind of conspiring together to grow. So rather than having this semi-adversarial, negotiative, hardcore sales conversation with people, it's much more collaborative, right? We're working together from the get-go, and onboarding new people feels like helping out a friend as opposed to being a hardcore closer, which is a really nice way to do business, okay? So that's enough rambling. Let's go over to the whiteboard. I'm going to lay this three-step Synergy Marketing Matrix kind of framework out for you and show you exactly how I do that. All right, we're here at the whiteboard. I'm going to share with you these 3 steps of the Synergy Marketing Matrix that will allow you to absolutely crush it with your online advertising, okay? So let's jump in. Number 1, we have premium positioning. Premium positioning means you are the go-to product and or service in your marketplace by which all others are measured. One of the main frustrations every business owner has is being compared on price point alone. And that tells you that you are being viewed as nothing more than a commodity. We're not going to do that. You want to position yourself as the premium provider. And it's very simple. You got to know exactly who your highest and best paying clients are. You have to create messaging that speaks to them and only them. And you have to be able to very clearly articulate how your product or service brings value that is superior to everybody else in the market, or what I like to call your secret sauce, right? That's how you create premium positioning and a category of one. Now, once we know who we're going after and how to communicate effectively, we need a sales funnel. A sales funnel is nothing more than a predictable way to take a stranger from the internet, turn them into a lead, turn them into a prospect, turn them into a client. Now, you notice we haven't talked about advertising yet, right? Because until we know these two, there's no point. Advertising will be a waste of money. And this is how people think of advertising, is they go straight to pushing media out into the world, right? No, that's last. Because unless you have a place where you can send those strangers from the internet, that takes them through step 1, 2, and 3, so where they can go from strangers to paying clients, then you're wasting your time and money, right? So we got to have this in place. Now, last is what I call authority advertising. Now, this is the sexy part. That's why I wrote it extra big for you. All right? Now, this is not advertising the way you've normally seen it. Most people, they're spending a ton of money on putting, some beautiful creatives, a slogan, a logo out there, and hoping to stay top of mind. That's not how branding works anymore. Branding works through creating value up front, right? Education-based marketing pieces that position you as an authority in your market, add some value up front, build some goodwill, okay? That way, when people actually come into your world, when you actually make an offer and send them to your sales funnel, you're not just some guy trying to get their money. You're somebody who's actually worth a damn, who's given them something of value before asking for anything in return, all right? There's a two-pronged approach here I share with you a lot. It's branding through education-based marketing pieces, and then there's the direct response piece where you're making the offer, your conversion, your metric focused, driving to the sale, creating verifiable returns on investment through steady streams of new leads, new appointments, new sales, right? Those are the three steps, okay? So let's recap. Premium positioning, knowing who you're going after, how to communicate effectively. Your sales funnel, a step-by-step process that takes strangers from the internet, turns them into clients predictably. Authority marketing. Brand by adding value up front, making the offer on the back end for that return on investment. All right, there you have it. That is the Synergy Marketing Matrix in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did and you want a little bit of clarity, maybe you have a few questions, ask away in the comments below. I usually get back to people within about 24 hours. And of course, if you found this useful or know somebody that might find it useful, like it, share it. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.